For today's video, I wanted to share with you some meals that I make all the time that are plant-based and budget-friendly. I've got to say a massive thank you to Lomi for sponsoring today's video. I love my Lomi, and all of you who already have one have definitely told me that you love yours too, so that's really exciting. Thank you to them, and we'll talk a little bit more about them later on. I think I might give the impression sometimes that I always make really elaborate meals, but I really don't, especially when I'm really busy. So I'm literally just making a creamy red pepper sort of pasta sauce with pasta, of course, but to make it creamy I'm using coconut milk instead of something like vegan cream because I don't really love dairy alternatives. However, my sneaky tip is butter beans are really creamy. So I got a can of butter beans and I'm going to basically blend them up to put them into the sauce so that it makes it a little bit more protein packed. I am someone who considers this just because I do a lot of weightlifting. If you're a conscious person on a plant-based diet, you probably get enough protein, but it never hurts to just look into it a little bit. Yeah, so this really is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 ingredients. But yeah, I'm gonna make it now and show you how it goes. So the bits of food waste that won't go into something like a veggie stock or can go and otherwise be used, I'm putting in this bowl here, and then that is what's going to go in the Lomi later so that we can create compost and put it in the garden and it can create that beautiful circular... What's that word? You know what I mean though, right? Is it the best meal in the world? No, of course it's not. But is it budget friendly? Really nice, healthy, filling? Yes it is. Yes it is. So with vegetable scraps that I'm not going to use for making stock or anything like that, I just put them in the fridge or the freezer until I am ready to compost them. So I'm going to put those away and I will see you maybe tomorrow. Another meal I make all the time is a risotto, and I just basically adapt it to whatever's in season right now because it's super cheap, it's really easy, and it's just really delicious and warming and hearty. So we're going to go make one of those. My eyes. Every time. Why?
It did.
Black and blue machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that jiggly?
Shall I show you the compost? You want to see what this machine does?
Yeah.
Alright, so we pull this out, and should we go and put this in the garden?
Yeah.
Shall we put your shoes on first?
Yes. Shut the door. Where's the compost done?
Shall we put it? The Lomi works by speeding up the breakdown of organic matter into smaller fragments, similar to how earthworms break down and mix plant tissue into soil, except Lomi does this without the smell and the mess. And also Lomi can reduce your waste footprint by up to 50%. The end result is a natural source of soil nutrients that increase the organic content of soil, helping boost plant growth and soil enrichment. If you'd like to find out more about the Lomi, please check out the description for more information. One of my favourite things to do to make in terms of meals is to make just a couple of different salads that I can put together that have different elements in them. So one might have grains, one might have lots of vegetables, one might have a lot more protein sources. So I'm going to make a couple of those now and just kind of show you the things that I like to make, especially at the moment. Humphrey, what's wrong? What's wrong? So as you can tell, the first salad is a carrot-based one. This is trying to get lots and lots of vegetables in and just to have some kind of delicious dressing. So the things that are going in the dressing are some ginger, garlic, olive oil, fresh lime juice and harissa paste. Harissa paste is the foundation of this sauce. It's made of sweet peppers and spices and it's really, really delicious. We're adding in a little bit of salt and some cumin as well. We're also adding in as much coriander as you want. I love coriander, so I add in quite a lot. And that's literally it. You mix it all together, and I decided to top this with peanuts because peanuts are a much more affordable nut and it adds in some good healthy fats as well as a bit of crunch. The next salad I'm making is actually a pearl barley based one. With rocket, green apple and some spices. I'm cooking the pearl barley in water, 2 bay leaves and some vegetable stock. I'm also using some fresh basil from the garden, some green and some purple. Similar to the other one, we're just chopping everything up and placing it in a bowl and it's pretty much done. These are super easy recipes, they're really cheap and affordable and you can get them at pretty much any store. I always recommend having herbs in your own garden like this parsley and the basil because it's much cheaper to have it growing and to only buy it once than to keep buying it in packaging and from the store because you're always going to be buying it at a premium price. And these are things that can be put on just your windowsill and are, much more affordable. I'm also using pumpkin seeds here because again, pumpkin seeds are a more affordable seed and they help to get in those micronutrients that we all need. The dressing is a really simple one. It's just olive oil, apple cider vinegar, some kind of sweetener like maple syrup or if you use honey or whatever, and some mustard. I'm also using it with some tofu. This is a kind of spicy barbecue style tofu just to round off the meal so it's not just 2 salads. I love these kind of meals because you can really mix and match them, add in anything you want, or even make a 3rd salad just to have some variety. And make sure, especially if you're on a plant-based diet, that you're just getting in all of the things that you need.